My name's Umar and this is how I became Muslim. The initial spark happened as a kind of solidarity to Muslims when they were wrongly accused of being terrorists. After the 9/11 terrorist attack in New York, Islam became something that was mentioned in the media a lot at that time, when previously I hadn't been aware of it. And it became something, the word Islam and Muslims became something that I heard a lot more of. And I immediately knew that there's something fishy going on, that these people are being wrongly accused. And there was a sense of solidarity I felt towards the Muslims. And that led me to think, well, if they're not what they're being portrayed to be, then what are they? What Islam is not about this. Then what is Islam about? So that led me to my own personal inquiry. And during that time, just before that time, a good friend of mine became Muslim. So I visited him and I saw the change in him. And he was a fellow musician friend of mine. And he was someone I looked up to and respected. And it was very fascinating to see the change when I visited him and saw the change in him, in simple things with his behavior and how hospitable he was, and what incredible wisdom was coming out of his mouth. And it made me realize that becoming Muslim would open up a way for me of spiritual transformation, which the initial impulse was a kind of sense of injustice against Muslims and a sense of injustice going on in the world around this time. There was the invasion of Iraq and Afghanistan that we were horrified about, that millions of people protested about, saying that not in my name. So the initial spark of a sense of injustice led to a whole kind of spiritual world opening up of the reality of this extraordinary, deep and profound and perfect teaching found within the Islamic tradition. And it was like a period of years of my thirst growing more and more. And then eventually I came to the point where I had to act